Hey there, and welcome back to Tim Talks Cooking. Today, we are talking keto green bean casserole, my friends. You heard me right? Keto green bean casserole. And you are going to love this recipe. It's kind of a retro classic favorite that I've ketofied here. I really love this recipe. And ever since I made my keto cream of mushroom soup, I've been thinking, you know what, there are a lot of little casseroles I can make. And this is one of them. And it is just delicious. So tell you what, let's get started. Here are the ingredients you'll need to make this really delicious green bean casserole. Of course, it starts off with green beans. The version you may have had before was probably made with canned green beans or maybe with frozen. We're going to start with fresh, and I'm going to show you how to deal with them step by step all the way through the process. Here we've also got a tablespoon of light sodium soy sauce. You can use full sodium if you like. I just prefer it this way. Also a pint of my keto cream of mushroom soup. The recipe for that, or link to it, will pop up on the screen here and remain there. And also, this may surprise you, but this is a cup of, about 50 grams actually, of French fried onion rings right out of the can. These are actually made with buckwheat, so they don't have that many carbs. 3 carbs per 2 tablespoon serving. This has about 24 carbs in it actually, and since this serves 8 to 10 people, it only adds 2 to 3 carbs per serving, and it's so delicious and such a part of the traditional thing, I'm just going to include it. You can also leave it out. To prepare the green beans, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to line them up with the stem end at the same end, put several of them together. This is really the quickest way to do it, and then give them a quick chop, and then move on to the next pile. We're going to do that until we've finished all of these green beans. And here's what we end up with. Now it's time to give these a rinse under the faucet to clean them off. Now that the green beans have been trimmed and washed, we want to cut them. We need to cut them into bite-sized lengths, and that's, for me, is really about 1/3 of the length of the green bean. So I'm going to cut them like this. And then my green beans are in more or less bite-sized pieces, and we're ready to toss them into some boiling salted water. In a big pot, bring enough water to cover the beans to boil, and then add a good tablespoon of salt, maybe a little more than that, maybe a tablespoon and a half. We're going to dump our beans in there, and I'm going to put the lid on. When the pot comes to a rolling boil like this, you want to set your timer for 8 minutes, and you want to set your oven as well for 350 degrees. While we're waiting, let's combine the rest of the ingredients. The pint of cream of mushroom soup, the soy sauce, and about 2/3 of the French fried onion rings. We want to save a few to sprinkle on top. We're going to stir those in. The green beans will be done in just a moment, but in the meantime, I prepared a water bath by getting a bunch of ice cubes here in the bottom of a large bowl. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to drain the green beans, and then I'm going to put them in this strainer, in this bowl, filled about halfway or 3/4 of the way up with water. This is going to cool them off right away, and it's going to stop their cooking so they maintain their integrity in the casserole. Here, I'm going to put my drained green beans into my casserole dish, just like this. And then mix in the rest of the ingredients. As simple as that. I think that looks just great. You notice I've also garnished the top of this dish with the rest of the French fried onion rings. It's about 2 tablespoons. It really only adds 3 more carbs to this dish, which serves really 8 to 10 people. Really maybe 6 very hungry people. Anyway, this is ready to go into our 350 degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes in the oven, here's what we've got. Looks great, smells really lovely. Get some of this onto our plate. Well, all right, let's give it a taste here. Man, this looks good. I think it's just beautiful. really looks to me just exactly like the sort of thing I've always had. Man, I love it. Really good. Oh yeah. That mushroom soup, man, is that good. And the French onion rings have just a little bit of crunch left in them. The green beans are cooked to, for me, just the perfect texture. They have just a little bit of bite in them. They're not overcooked. Really, really lovely. This is a great dish. I hope you'll try this. And I also hope that you will like, share, comment, and especially subscribe. Oh, please subscribe. Listen, thanks for watching us here today, and we'll catch you next time on 10 Talks Cooking.